Historic Marshall, Michigan has long been known as a fountain of old world charm. But now it's stuck in a river of trouble.
The full creek was solid packed full of oil.
Solid.
Solid.
On the morning of July 26, part of the world's longest petroleum pipeline, stretching 1,900 miles between the U.S. and Canada, ruptured, pouring at least 800,000 gallons of crude into the waterways surrounding this scenic town, fouling the air with a noxious odor, threatening the water, and is seen in this home video, drenching local wildlife. Now that mess has turned into another one. The Canadian energy giant that owns the pipeline, Enbridge, is accused of deceptive tactics by dozens of homeowners affected by the spill.
They don't know what they're signing, and they sign away a lot of their rights if they don't know what they're signing.
In a joint investigation with the Center for Public Integrity, CBS News obtained these two documents. One is this settlement form. Some residents claim the company coerced them to sign it for a $300 air purifier and some evacuation expenses, in exchange releasing Enbridge from and against all liability, claims, and actions. The company disputes that. The other document was this release form, allowing Enbridge access to any and all medical records, one that had to be signed, residents claim, before Enbridge would pay for a visit to a clinic. Residents in this mobile home park charged they were deceived by Enbridge.
It was more or less sign your name here and, you're done.
Now the company's alleged actions have the head of a powerful congressional committee outraged.
This is exploitation of unknowing and unskilled people who've never had to face a situation like this before.
Terry Larson is a spokesperson for Enbridge.
Why in the world would you ask people in this community to sign those forms?
They're standard forms. There's nothing abnormal about those forms.
But the federal government says there's nothing standard about them, expressing concern in this letter that Enbridge's medical form authorized the disclosure of an inappropriately broad amount of medical information.
Are you familiar with the word that the Department of Health and Human Services used in conjunction with that form?
No.
Deplorable. That's the word they used. And what do you say to that?
Again, it's a standard form. I mean, our intent was good. Our intent was to do the right thing by the residents in these communities.
Enbridge now says it has discontinued using the forms and hired a former Detroit mayor to oversee the claims process. Still, Congressman Oberstar is calling for a federal investigation into this oily mess. Armin Katayan, CBS News, Marshall, Michigan.